And good morning, folks. Welcome to the flyest, chillest, coolest, most awesome, most amazing channel on YouTube and the internet. Chris Chitters, fight the good fight. We like to call the politicians and hit them with the hard questions and pressure them to do the things that are right for all of us, not just for any one dynamic of society, whether it be rich or poor. All people need help in some areas. We may think some people need help less than others, but it doesn't mean they don't have problems they need help with. So we're here for a morning adventure with Bowie. We got a vape pen today instead of a regular dubage. So we're going to enjoy that for our 420 part of the walk today. And if you're new to the channel, it's your first time seeing this, if you're on the bus, at home, watching on a monitor or your TV, please hit the prescription, bell notification. That's like film the prescription. You'll know whenever I post something new. Share with a friend who might be interested. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. That way you don't have to hit it on the way out. And leave a comment below. Help the channel to grow. So yeah, I say a lot of stoner things. I crack jokes. We collect coins here and share numismatics information with people that are interested in coins and coin collect. Come on, Bowie. When we go for walks with Bowie, we try to do stuff we haven't done before. You know, sometimes we all go to the same spots, just quick, like 20-minute walks around the building. But look how deep the snow is, folks. Like, I got up there on the surface pretty good, but she's melting and it's thick. It's like the northern tundra here. We're only in Ottawa in Canada. Couldn't even imagine what it's like way up north. Whew. I don't know where his hole we dug went, but oh, it looks like it's over there. I think that's where we did our big hole last week, the week before. Good news, my nephew, who's been doing a little downtime, will be back home hopefully around March 17th. So, you know, that might change, might become the end of March. But apparently some new evidence came out that showed that he was defending himself. So he'll be home sooner than we thought, which is good. It's kind of too bad in a way that whatever new evidence came forward wouldn't have been there in the beginning. He may not have had to go do any downtime at all. But anyways, oh, we're getting a result here, folks. So we'll get a bag out. Okay, we got a baggie. Get away from that. Oh boy, it's a big result, folks. I don't show the results usually, so I'm gonna stick with that. But the way we do things here is, he did his duty, so now we're gonna do our duty. Whoa! Over here, Bowie. Oh, he's having fun. He doesn't know I'm busy trying to get his poop off the ground. He does know I enjoy getting his poop off the ground, though. He knows that's the fun part of the walk I like. Get away! Get away! Don't touch it. God damn it. There we go. We did our part. He did his part. So we did our part. And I know in one of my earlier clips, I kind of said this picking up dog crap is kind of a stupid rule and idea, but you know, I thought about it more and more, and like, could you imagine what this field would look like if nobody ever picked up a dog's turd? Oh boy, we'd be walking literally on a pile of dog shit. So beside the water table content, cleanliness angle of things, how about just the cleanliness angle of things? Do you want to go walking in a park, whether it's the summer or the winter, whatever it is, whatever time of the year it is, or forget a park, even just a city street or whatever, You want to see dog poop everywhere you go? I don't think so. Maybe it takes more than a year for it to fully degrade, or who knows. Maybe somebody knows how long it takes for dog poop to disappear, but I wouldn't think it would be pretty quick, and you'd have a lot of dog crap everywhere. So, you know, thinking more on the idea and or the rule, it makes more sense than just the water table content. In fact, they should maybe say that. Oh, watch out. What are you digging for, China? What did you find? Oh, yeah, look how deep it is. His paw's way down there. My foot's way up here. It's a lot deeper than it looks. It's because it's been raining and snowing and then raining and snowing. It's all quite compact, so your foot won't touch the grass part of the ground. Even though it sinks through the top, it's only going to go so far and then compress and stop. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Aren't those beautiful chemtrails, folks? Ah, fuck, it's beautiful. Yeah, spray us. Keep spraying us and telling us we're going to Mars and the moon again and blah, blah, blah. Fucking NASA fanboys and girls. They're not seeing their RIO, which means return on investment, is actually a loss. There is no return on the investment. Oh, thank you, NASA, for non-stick frying pans, Velcro, and Tang. And then you look into it, and non-stick frying pans is DuPont, and Velcro is another gentleman that had one of those barb type weeds stick to his pants, and he got the idea for Velcro. I think you guys know the ones I'm talking about, the little round balls. Sometimes you'll be out in the woods or in the field full of weeds, and when you get home you got barbs stuck to your foot and your jeans and your socks. That somebody was out, that happened, and he thought, hey, and he created Velcro. So maybe NASA gave us Tang, maybe. But I have a feeling Tang was probably a Lipton or a fucking Kraft or one of our food companies' ideas. And, you know, obviously Tang was made after they drove a buggy around on the moon and hit a golf ball around the moon. You know, Tang, fueling tomorrow's astronauts today. Sure, buddy. What are we? Over 8 billion people on the Earth now, according to what's been counted. So we don't know if that's an actual number, but whatever. Let's go with that. Over 8 billion. 50 years since we put somebody on the moon. A couple of people drove a buggy around, hit a golf ball. I mean, by now there should be more than supposedly like 27 people that claim they've been to space. We should be up in the hundreds of thousands, or if not millions of people that have been to space. In fact, NASA promised moon bases on the moon by 1978. So 69, supposedly a little tin can went there with 3 men shitting and pissing in that tin can for however many days there and however many days back. Yeah, there was enough food in there for all of them to survive, for sure, you know. I mean, it was compressed food, but there was enough. And yeah, so 50 years ago, 3 men went up there, walked on the moon, drove around the moon, knocked a golf ball around the moon. Handful of other people have supposedly, according to their word, if we want to believe them, I know there's more than 10 of them claiming it, they've seen the spinning ball Earth and they've been to space. But in all reality, folks, come on, think on it. By now, those moon bases would be there'd be a moon hotel. You and your girl, me and my girl, we could fucking withdraw $1 million out of the fucking bank, out of our trust fund or whatever, and, you know, 250,000 each. To me, that sounds like a reasonable amount. And let's go to the moon for the weekend. Spend some time in the anti-gravity room. Take some pictures of Earth. Knock a few golf balls around. Like, there should be like a fucking 30-hole golf course on the moon by now. Nope. Still haven't gone back. Destroyed that technology. And it's a painful process to build that tech back. So for the first time ever, technology went backwards. Isn't that amazing? We can't do something we used to do. And it's too painful to create it so we can do it. That's just... Oh, okay, here's more money. Here, please put another rover on Mars. Can you please do that? Because somehow another rover or a friggin' what's called drone on Mars will help lower the price of gas at the gas pump. Eggs won't be $60 for a dozen. You know, kids will be able to afford, well, not kids, but young adults. They got really good affordable housing these days, you know. I mean, space travel's done so much good for us down here on Earth. Like, it's helped the homeless. It's been helping the vets, you know, help the jobless. I mean, space is awesome, guys. We should invest more in it. We should double the budget for them so we can get back to the moon or Mars quicker. Does that make sense? Honestly, does it make sense? Leave a comment below. Tell me if you think I'm fucking... My cheese slid off my cracker, and obviously Elon's our hero, you know. Like, go ahead, do it. You know we're thick-skinned people here, folks. So please, I need some of my viewers and or people that are watching, my subscribers. I need some more comments in the comment area. Like, Chris, I usually like what you say, but today that sounded real fucking dumb. You know. Don't be afraid to share your opinion on what I say in here. But like I said, we're a group of thick-skinned critical thinkers here. We're not a bunch of Karens, and something's not adding up here. Billions and billions, going on trillions, I'm sure, wasted on supposed space travel. Yet, here I live in the capital of the country I live in, and I can see somebody in the middle of intersections standing on the you know, the curbed part that separates the lanes with signs saying anything helps, God bless, and needing cash to get through the month or even the day. Near where I live, there's a certain intersection halfway through the month. There's a, like, he's not exactly super young, but he ain't super old. There's a gentleman that stands at one of those intersections with said sign, looking for whatever help is available from whoever's kind enough to give him some, you know. And a lot of the folks with money, and when I try to talk on the homeless issues with them and situation, it might sound weird, and maybe you guys know some rich people that have this similar same attitude. And that is, oh, I'm afraid if I give them a bit of money, they'll buy booze or drugs with it. Asshole, bitch, with all that money and you don't want to give any to the needy and the homeless, it's none of your fucking business what they do with your money once you give it to them. If they want to go out and buy a bottle of booze and die of alcohol poisoning, that's not your karma. That's not on you. They chose to do that. Same with if they want to spend it on so-called drugs, like you're saying. Okay, Bowie, stop being a dick. I know, buddy. I love you too. Sit. You don't want your poop. What do you do? Yeah, I know. That's my shoe. It doesn't taste good, does it? So, yeah, you know, come on, folks. Think about it. We're going to waste all that tax dollars on going to space and the moon and Mars. Don't you think we should have some basic problems down here? Bowie's trying to bark over me. Shouldn't we have basic problems down here fixed? You know, like one bedroom apartment still $500 a month rather than $1,500 or $2,000 a month. People that get an assistance check from the government because they are taxpayers, and I'm sure some of them do vote. I know for the politicians, they love that poor people don't really vote because they just ignore what's going on and trying to better things for themselves by voting for a party. I know, democracy sucks. By voting for a party that is interested in helping the lower class and the needy and the downtrodden, you know? Nope. The politicians love that those people don't go and vote for any of them. None of them have to claim that they're going to try to help them to get votes either, whether it's from middle class or rich people as well. Because I'm sure even people that aren't homeless want to see something better for people that are homeless. Like, maybe I'm wrong on that. I could be wrong, you know. I could be talking out my ass. But myself personally, I've been homeless for a short period of time in my younger years. But even if I never was, let's do a hypodermic needle here, which for the new viewers means a hypothetical. Let's say I was born into the Trump fucking family. Maybe not the Trump family. A very extremely wealthy family. Lots and lots of dough. Shit and gold bricks family. I know my inner being still would have wanted something more for those who are without. So I know there's people out there that are well-to-do and or middle class or whatever that do have a heart and are wanting to help. At the same time, they can't put themselves in the poorhouse trying to help the homeless. Myself personally, I had an idea that if the politicians drag their feet long enough, maybe I could get a few investors and myself invest, and we put our own money together to do something for the homeless and say, there you go, government, fuck you. You know, this is something you should have done. But no, you were too busy thinking of how to stick the tax dollar in your pocket and give as little back to the people. So we had to do this to help them. Either way, I know there is a way to help people who need it. And as I said before, if you see the need for a good person, be that good person. Don't wait for somebody to be good. Just do it. Oh, and the other day I said, if doing the right thing means keeping your mouth shut, you know what? On the flip side of that coin, if it means fucking opening your mouth and saying something to stop what's going on that's bad, duh. Like, how can I put this? Some asshole's doing some really nasty things to his family down the block, and you're aware of that, you know. As much as you want to go there and knock him out and do whatnot, that might put you into a legal battle you don't want to be into. So, you know, calling the fuzz and getting them to go there and help that woman because she's not calling them. Hey! Bowie, stop it! Sit! 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 You don't bite. You get me? Oh, don't shake your head, no. You don't bite. Just bit me around the ankle, folks. Anyways, I'm going on a rant here that, you know, speaking up when somebody's doing something extremely wrong is not the wrong thing to do. Unfortunately, I come from a background where I spoke up against violence against my mother and my sister. When I was younger, I had a very tumultuous childhood. I mean, there was good points, of course, but the bad parts were bad. And no matter how many times I called the cops on that piece of shit, he was out the next day. The next fucking day, banging on the door, begging for forgiveness. And I don't know why or how, but somehow mom would fucking let him back in. And next thing you know, 3 months later, or however long later, a fucking goof comes home, tearing the house apart, chasing her and shit. You know, I had an idea to take care of it. Mom found out my idea. She left it. We moved 4,000 miles away. So I didn't have to follow through with my plan. The only reason I came up with my plan was because in my eyes, as a very young man, the pigs, the system, weren't doing their job. Regardless of whether my mother wanted to drop the charges or not, they should have stayed the charges and they should have made him go to court and they should have put him away for, I don't care if it was a month or 2 weeks or 3 months, or he should have went and did some time for the shit he was fucking terrorizing my family for. But no, he would always get out, no consequence free, and then excuse me, Bruno Hakalugi stopped to visit us. I haven't been doing my vape. Gotta make sure I didn't drop it. Okay, there it is. We got our little training clicker that he doesn't really respond to anyways. So whatever it is. We'll get him responding to it and using it. So yes, you know, you do have to speak up sometimes. Oh, it's a fucking leaf, Bowie. It's a leaf. Oh my God. He fucking ripped me through the snow for a leaf, folks. So yeah, you know, when I was younger and I was calling the cops on that piece of shit, that wasn't ratting. That's not snitching. That's protecting my mother and my sister and myself. That's speaking up against violence against women. That is not snitching. So here's how I'll present it to you right now. You slap your wife around or your girlfriend and I know of it. Surprise, surprise for my subs. I've done time. I don't give a fuck. I'll go over there and fucking break his fucking legs. And if I gotta do some time over it, oh well, I guess I gotta do a bit of time. But yeah, you can call the cops if you're lazy. If you don't feel like going over and smashing his face in and breaking his legs, you can always call the cops. And supposedly, they're gonna do what's needed to be done to, you know, make the guy realize he's been making the wrong choice and doing the wrong things, and you don't hit women. Let's just end this on this. Thankfully, I haven't seen that shit for a long time, and I'm not quick to jump to judgment. I will tell you the last time I experienced some domestic violence situation, it seemed every time the guy was gone and the girl was free of it, he would be back within so however many days. So it was like me and the boys were like, what's the point of knocking him out if she's just gonna take him back anyways? So there is that angle too, you know, like as much as you want to do the right thing and get involved, the person that's in that bad situation, even though they could do better and deserve better, unfortunately in a way, like my mom, they're in love, or they were in love. They just can't seem to walk away from the abuse. They're convinced by the narcissist or the abuser that they can't do better than the abuser or the narcissist, you know, like without them their life would go. Bowie, he kept spinning around when I would spin around. So yeah, and I know I mentioned don't fucking sub my channel if you're Leo. I'm sure there's probably one or two of you already. So yeah, what I said stands. You can find proof that I fucked up some abuser, go ahead, come get me. But I make it quite clear I'm not afraid to do the time, so they can tell the cops all they want, and they never do. The cops never come to my door saying, hey, this guy told us you did X, Y, and Z because he was slapping his wife around. And I'm sure part of that isn't just because they know I'm not afraid to do time, but they also know if they call the cops and rat me out, they're ratting themselves out because they got to tell them why I fucked them up. So they're not going to be like, oh yeah, I was slapping my girlfriend around, fucking her face was fucking smashed in, eyes black and blue, lips split open, bleeding all over the place, and so-and-so came over and fucked me up, you know. So they're not going to do that because they know they have to snitch themselves out too. Why did so-and-so come here and hurt you? Oh, you're one of those, are you? Okay, then come with us, you know. So with any luck, they throw me in the same cell as a piece of shit and I can beat on them daily. Anyways, hit the prescription, bell notification, leave a comment below, help the channel grow, share with a friend, shake a hand, pet a dog, get out there, walk on the ground, touch some grass. Peace all. Thanks for tuning in. Keep your head on a swivel, take care of yourselves and each other. And this was not legal advice or advice in any way. It's just my morals and how I live and my opinion. So feel free to unsub or, like I said, share with a friend that would agree with what I said. Peace. Bless up.